Michael Doyle, the CEO of Brand Iron. I'm here to talk to you today about the importance of capital raise decks. The first thing you want to do when you put together your capital raise deck is understand what the story is all about. Most people jump into a presentation that are 50 to 100 slides with details and details and details, and they miss the most important fact, which is what is the story, what is the message we're trying to convey to our potential investors, and how and why is what we're offering, and not only a great story, but a great investment. So one of the things when you're putting together what your story is within the capital raise deck is put it into chapters. Understand what are the different sections as you're walking through a nice, tight, clear, and concise presentation, and be able to put it into nice sections where people can follow along with you in an easy to understand story. The next section we'd like to do is talk about how and why you're better. And what I mean by that is understand the differences of how and why your company's better and what the differentiators are between your company and the other companies within your space, as well as how and why your investment is better than the other investment options out there in the space as well too. The next thing we do is put it into a nice, clear, and concise fashion, and what we like to call value points and a value proposition for the company and for the investment itself as well. Now that you have effectively put together how and why not only you're better, but the value proposition of the company and the investment, the next thing we like to do is put together a clear and concise communication of what the business model looks like for the company and the investment. The investors are going to want to know, is it repeatable? Is it scalable? Can you do this over and over again? Can you actually put together and replicate it if you were to get acquired or raise a bunch more money, and how can you expand geographically or expand to a new market, etc., etc. Once you've effectively communicated what your model looks like, you have to be able to communicate the track record and why this investment makes sense and why you've been able to do this in the past and why the investors think that you're going to be able to replicate this again in the future. This also means that you have to effectively communicate what the management team looks like, who's going to be executing this plan, and who's going to make this become a reality so they feel comfortable that they're making a good investment and that they're going to get the desired return on this investment as well. Another critical element of a great capital raise deck is the utilization of strong graphics, great visuals, a great design, and great infographics that bring the story together in a nice, tight, visual design fashion that sucks people in, gets them excited about what you have to tell, and it gets them excitement about the investment as well. The next step of a great capital raise deck is to be able to recap the story, be able to communicate how and why your company's better, your model's better, your investment is better, and don't be afraid to ask for the close. Ask for a check to be able to get the money you need in order to get started and be able to produce the return on their investment that they're looking for. Okay, so just to clarify a few things. Number one, make sure you have a great story to tell, not only about the company, but the investment as well too. Make sure you're communicating how and why your company and the investment is better as well too. Making sure that you put together and communicate what your business model wants to look like, make it clear and concise. Make sure you be able to effectively communicate who's the team that's going to be able to execute this plan, and then also make sure that you're going to put together this capital raise deck into a really great design that makes it visually come alive, that really pulls together this story and makes this an opportunity that they can't resist investing within. I'm Michael Doyle with Brand Iron, and thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Check out the link below to our blog to find out more information about capital raise decks, and we'll see you next time.